And welcome back, everybody. Nice little buggy ride deep into the wilderness here in South Alabama. We are on the hunt once again for some Native American artifacts, and there's not much a better place to look than South Alabama and the beautiful creeks down here. We're in a little spring-fed creek, new little section we haven't really dug yet. We're just gonna get the sifters out, shovels. Artifact Master Rob is here. We already found a broken point just literally looking kind of on this buildup. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of excavate into this buildup where these points will play, you know, over time they've washed down the creek and then they've kind of just got built up here, hung up in this one little area. We hope that's the idea. So we're gonna dig into it and kind of just see what we can find. So y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna be digging for the next 2 days and hopefully we can find some really cool stuff for y'all. So let's see what happens.
Take care of him.
What you got, son?
I got something nice. It's not, I mean, I'm sure you can see it. It's not.
Holy cow.
It was down, it was stuck in just like that. All I could see was just that right there. You know, it had to have been something, but damn. Look at that.
Dang. It's got a little serrated too, doesn't it?
I think it's a Kurt stem. What do you think? Because they would definitely serrate their points. It's a stain in this creek, makes it, yeah. Huh, makes me wonder if it was on top and I knocked it down in there. Now that looks like it was deep. That was deep, yeah. Yeah, we're digging in this, basically it's a buildup. We can't even break through the rock here. It's so compacted. I mean, we'll get it over time, but today we're just kind of, we dug as much as we can, going down and finally getting down deep here. And we found a few broken ones just over there, but that one is really nice. Looks as good as the day they made it, huh? This water keeps this Tallahatta from oxidizing. If this was dug in the ground, I mean, it probably, tip would be gone, you know, ears, everything, but in this water stops the oxidation and any of the cracks fills in with harder material and even makes it even harder.
All right, everybody, we took a break from the creek and we kind of just started doing some test holes up on some high spots that we found. So we're finding some flint, and I even found this, literally doing a test hole, pretty much a whole point, just doing a test hole, 5 shovelfuls into the dirt, and this came up pretty crazy. But so I think we found us a good camp. So I think we're probably just gonna get in the creek for a little bit longer and then maybe come back here tonight to do but I want to just show y'all during the day just in case it's later.
And this is permission, with permission.
Right, right.
People hear you digging at night and they think you're not where you're supposed to be, but we have permission. This is our friend's land.
High spot, creek is literally right there. All right, everybody, welcome to the night dig. I'm following Grant and Rob back down to the holler where we were earlier. We were doing some test holes just looking for material, and as y'all saw, I actually put up a whole point, which really that doesn't happen often. So most mean it's a pretty good spot. The creek really did not produce like we thought, so we are going to try to dig an old camp. So following the boys down back into the holler. It's gonna be nighttime, so we got the headlamps, got the shovels, and we're just gonna have a good time and see if we can find some arrowheads in the ground this time.
Oh yeah,
They're talking about, somebody was talking about loading up a bridge last night.
That is a dig spot, right where you see those holes. Literally just a high spot and then a straight kind of drop off to a creek. So this is definitely like a, I guess just a smaller camp. You know, it might have just been really a camp for a few nights for the people that stayed here. But we're going down to the creek before we get started. One of the best investments money can buy is the live straw that comes with a bottle. You can just fill water, so we're gonna fill water straight from this creek, and we don't have to pack water in here. So if, when you want to pack light, especially when you're camping, doing stuff like that, this is one of my favorite products you can get. It's a live straw built-in bottle. And just like that, we have drinkable water. That creek is spring fed, even though it's almost 90 degrees, humid and hot. That is some very cold water. Probably still like 50 degrees. It's kind of crazy how cold it is, but we're gonna start digging in the ground and see what we can find. So I guess next time you see me, hopefully we'll have a point to show y'all. Stick around. All right, buddy, my hole is this big, which is not big at all. I can't even get close to it. And this is what we have already found. This one almost being a whole point. So definitely don't want to jinx anything, but I think we're in a camp, because to find all that with literally a hole this size is pretty crazy. So we're just gonna keep digging, and hopefully we'll pull something pretty cool out for y'all. So I'll let you know when we find something whole. All right, everybody, it's that time where we break out the camera. So everyone just sit back and relax. I don't know if you can see it shining down there in the bottom. Oh, yeah. You could still freaking use that today.
That's really nice. Definitely a dart atlatl.
Atlatl?
Projectile, yeah.
So that would be archaic some point?
I'm not for sure about this. This could be late archaic or early woodland, or yeah, probably I would say late archaic.
Late archaic,
yeah.
So 5,000 maybe, 3 to 5,000.
Yeah, I think could be. It's like around there, 2 to 5, something like that.
Wow, pretty cool. Hole is not even super deep yet, but this is what we got so far. Check out this little guy. I didn't show y'all, but this is a little chert point. Everything you see here is Tallahassee quartzite. This is chert, so it's more of an orange kind of flint looking. Real small little bird point, we think, so it's probably more like woodland. So not as old as that point probably, but probably would have been on the tip of an arrow. Point. Yeah, like an arrowhead, like a real arrowhead. This would have actually been on an arrow.
Shot with a bow and arrow.
Yeah, with a bow and arrow, that would have been more like an atlatl, which is a.
And then that corner notch one that I found is interesting.
Oh yeah, and then Robert found this corner notch, which you said is pretty interesting for this site.
I mean, yeah, because it's corner notched. It could be a Jack's Reef, which would be, you know, like early woodland. Early woodland.
So yeah. We definitely have a blend of cultures here. There's maybe archaic, but definitely woodland. So
yeah,
there's probably definitely several. We're finding stuff deep, we're finding stuff shallow, so that shows you there's definitely different cultures here. So no telling what we're gonna find.
All right, got one down in here. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, nice point.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like the one I found too, right?
Yeah, I'd say
base.
Yeah, I'd say the same type.
Still thinking late archaic.
Yeah, kind of maybe Pickwick related, maybe. Yeah.
Very nice. Right on, everybody.
Thanks for shopping with us.
We're right side by side, so we're just moving closer and closer to the creek.
Well, I got something down there, and I felt the base, and it's different than what we're finding. It's like an old point, like maybe early archaic, but it didn't. I don't understand this because it was at the same level as the other stuff we're finding. So I don't know, I'm confused. We found, with the same depth, we found woodland stuff. You know, what I'm thinking is late Archaic. Now this is like early Archaic. Yeah, that's a, if I was in Tennessee, I'd call that a big sandy, but we don't have a lot of big sandies down here in this part of Alabama, Southwest. It's just finely made, like a, almost like a, I don't think it's a greenbrier, but it's the age of a greenbrier, I think.
I mean, that could be what, like 8,000 years old?
It could be earlier, okay, yeah, or 5 to 8. Wow. And that's ground base, so it's in an old point. So
ground, I mean, a ground base is typically a
yeah, the older
to an older point.
Yeah, the older cultures. I don't know why they ground them. It's just never have looked into it, but maybe I need to take a deep dive into that and try to figure that one out. I'm sure there's a logical reason. I just don't know it offhand, but yeah, that's an old one. Pretty point. I love it. It's just so well made too. I wish that tip would have been there, and it's solid. It's a heavy point.
Yeah, I think
like it's dense Tallahassee. It's really good. The older cultures, they picked the very best material. They didn't mess around. Later cultures would use just crappy, just get the job done. But these people, for whatever reasons, they really wanted the really good material. Maybe things were just harsher. The climate was a lot colder. They were a little more like business, you know. So yeah.
Wow. Awesome. We're gonna keep going. We're getting quite the little collection over there, so y'all stay tuned. We're gonna keep them coming. That is a nice, look at that base. That's incredible. And good morning, everybody. It is the next day and we are headed to Mississippi, where we are digging in Alabama. Literally state lines right there, so it's not too far of a drive. So we're going to the last spot of our weekend trip, and we're gonna see if we can't find some stuff over in Mississippi. But yesterday that spot proved to be pretty amazing. I mean, for usually when I come down here, we're digging in spots that Rob's already kind of checked out or we've dug before, but just to find a new spot and then it kind of be that good is really neat. And we were actually kind of just talking about it, how neat it is, kind of just like how many, there's definitely different cultures that have camped there. It's not just one little camp, right? Well, anyways, guys, we're on the road this morning, like I said, headed across the state line. So I guess we're gonna probably get some breakfast, having a little coffee, and we'll see you. Gonna bite in the ground, Mississippi. See you there. All right, everybody, as you can see, we're trying to figure out where we should go. We're kind of talking about so much of this has been dug. As you can see, I mean, there's been people just digging and digging and digging in here. So we're trying to find ground that hasn't been dug through yet. So it's easier to just get into someone's old hole and just continue what they were doing instead of making your own hole and starting over. So we're probably gonna hop in these holes right here and try and just go that way. So as you can see, there's been some folks here, but hopefully they don't go as deep as you need to go, because there's some archaic stuff here, really cool stuff. I found a San Patrice, which is a late or early archaic. I mean, really, really old, 8,000, maybe more. Yeah, lots of cool, big old flat spots. So there's stuff to be found. So we're just gonna keep digging in these other people's holes and see what happens. Stick around. Down in this hole, super deep. I'm actually uncovering some cans and stuff of people who have been here in the past, but it's super shallow, so we're trying to get under where they've been digging. Pulled out this guy. Crew's thinking of Benton, right? Benton, you think?
Benton, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely archaic, super deep, probably 3 feet in the ground, but see if it'll focus on this. Whole point, pretty cool. So we're gonna keep looking. I'm sifting my back pile because people have left 30 sifters out here. So usually I don't use a sifter, but might as well use them when you got a big one. So we're not gonna miss anything, hopefully. Find a lot of chert. Let me show you what Rob's found so far. He's found some cool stuff. piece of pottery too. So definitely a place people stopped and hung out for a while. There's pottery. There's more than just a moving through spot, but what you got, Rob?
Just pottery, and I knocked the point. Oh, okay, it's there. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a little, I guess, what, a little bird point probably. Rob, you think this is just a little bird point or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, made out of that beautiful red shirt.
Well, it could be an atlatl.
Yeah.
Atlatl dart.
Tips broke off, and then this one's really nice. Made out of ironstone, which is pretty rare, or a lot more rare than Talhada, but
To make points, the stone itself is very plentiful, but they didn't rake too many points out of it because it's just hard to get a good piece to flake.
And that square base right there, I mean, that is, we've seen so many points made. What do you think that is?
Just it's just a stem. They just stem. That's a stem point.
Yeah.
Probably I mean, I'm calling it Pickwick. Are you
Yeah.
calling it? Andy's way over there. I call them Pickwick. They're probably related to Pickwick.
Mm-hmm.
And all the pottery there, big pieces of
Oh, yeah.
pottery.
Bunch of pottery. Look at that. Pretty neat.
Looking for the rest, but didn't find it.
See that curve? I guess a little bowl or something. A little base. But yeah, we're finding some stuff, so we're gonna keep going. All right, everybody. Point alert. Rob just gave me the call, so let's go see what he's got. Oh man!
Point.
Holy cow! Beautiful.
Like kind of beveled.
Shirt too, right?
Shirt, yeah. Oh, too, because it was way down there.
Yeah, that is deep. Holy cow!
I'm so dirty.
Man, that's cool.
Yeah. Ground base, yes, an old one. Word up.
Wow, that's pretty neat. I wanted to let everyone know, by the way, if you artifact hunt, please let us know anything that we find. If you have any theories on them, opinions, you think they're older, newer, maybe from a different period, maybe different name, whatever you think, different type, let us know in the comments. You know, we really enjoy studying, especially Rob. He knows a lot more than I do, but we're not right all the time. We're probably rarely right. So if you have any opinions on stuff we find, please let us know in the comments below. And you know, people ask all the time people ask me all the time why I enjoy doing this, and the thing that I think of what's coolest is when you pull out a point like we've been doing all weekend out of the ground, you can think to yourself, the last person that held this was a human being that lived on this earth 5,000, 8,000 years ago, in some cases 10, 13,000 years ago. Literally, some of the people in this area, Paleo Indians, lived essentially at the end of the Ice Age. They were hunting mammoths and stuff like that, and the fact that you can pull out a spear point that they used to hurl at a mammoth is insane. But I'm fixing to head back to Birmingham, so I appreciate y'all watching. And again, any opinions, leave those in the comments below. We're gonna have more artifact videos coming your way. But anyways, see y'all in the next episode. God bless.